you're ready for Xfinity from Comcast. For a limited time, you can get the best with Xfinity Internet and TV for $79.99 a month for 12 months. Call 1-877-804-8136. With Xfinity Internet, you get reliably fast internet speeds. Plus, with Xfinity On Demand, you can watch thousands of your favorite TV shows, movies, and more anytime, anywhere at no additional cost. Switch to the Xfinity Double Play for $79.99 a month for 12 months with HBO included for a year. Plus, get HD DVR service free for 12 months. There's no term contract required. Plus, it's all backed by the 30-day money-back Comcast customer guarantee. If you're looking for the fastest in-home Wi-Fi, faster than Fios, you're ready for Xfinity. Hurry, this incredible offer ends September 22nd. Call 1-877-804-8136. That's 1-877-804-8136. Xfinity, the future of awesome.
This is Bob's new Honda Accord. The same car that'll pick his daughter up around the corner after her first date.
I'll be there soon, all right?
And come to her rescue when the love of her life breaks her heart. The car he'll use to show her parallel parking really isn't so hard. And the car that will be the best graduation gift ever. Start something special now with the Accord. Named one of Car and Driver's 10 best a record 27 times. Visit your local Honda dealer today.
Straight ahead on Eye Opener. You're halfway through the week.
That has been accomplished.
You know it. And we're going to help get you over the hump this morning.
Awesome.
Are you addicted to the internet?
Clearly, I think.
See how far some people are going to break the habit. Plus, why Grumpy Cat might actually be smiling this morning. How soon you could have your own jetpack. Also,
another nut job unleashes his rage, this time in Washington, D.C. I'm Larry Menti, and my commentary coming up. There's calls for new laws. Let's try to control the people this time.
And discussions over Syria hit a bump in the road. It's the news you need to know right now.
The United States will not do any of this by trust. This is not a matter of trust. It's a matter of verifying and enforcing.
Days after Russia and the U.S. reached a deal on getting Syria to hand over its chemical weapons, world powers are now fighting over the details. Good to see you. I'm Narissa Knight. Let's take a look at the things you need to know this morning. Russia says it will not support a resolution that would allow the use of force against Syria. However, the U.S. wants to keep the threat of military action on the table if Syria will not comply with the agreement reached last week. Diplomats from 5 countries, America, France, the U.K., Russia, and China, are still trying to agree on a draft resolution to put before the UN Security Council, and meetings will likely resume today. House Republican leaders are putting pressure on Speaker John Boehner to vote on a short-term spending bill that would keep the government running and defund the Affordable Care Act. House GOP members are set to meet today in the Capitol to talk about their options for the funding deadline, but their plans are unlikely to clear the Senate, where a majority of Democrats have said they will not vote for any effort to defund the new health care law. Lawmakers need a deal before the end of the fiscal year on September 30th to avoid a government shutdown. Colorado state officials have cut their list of people missing during the state's flooding nearly in half. Emergency management officials predicted the count would drop as communications were restored and people were able to check in with loved ones. There are now 8 confirmed deaths from the flooding, and nearly 18,000 homes around the state have been damaged. At least 3,000 families in Colorado have already registered with FEMA for help, and that number is rising. Newly released 911 tapes are shedding light now on what happened when a North Carolina police officer shot an unarmed man.
I need help.
Where are you at?
There's a guy breaking in my front door.
There's a guy breaking in your front door?
Yeah, he's trying to kick it down.
It was that frantic call for help that Randall Carrick and 2 other police officers were responding to when they encountered Jonathan Farrell here. Now, Farrell ran toward the officer trying to get help after a car wreck. Police say Officer Carrick fired 12 shots. 10 of them hit Farrell. Carrick is now charged with voluntary manslaughter. Fire officials say an electrical malfunction started the fire that devastated the New Jersey boardwalk. Investigators say the electrical wiring had sustained damage from sand and salt water during Hurricane Sandy. The fire destroyed 86 businesses. Thankfully, no one was seriously injured in the fire.
When did it sink in?
Well, it was kind of sinking in all along because we knew that shots had been fired and some people were down, and you start thinking, who do I know that works in that building?
Another nut job releases his inner fury that stems from his own inefficiencies. killing 12 at a Washington naval yard. As you may know from watching my commentaries, I refuse to say this nutjob's name or show his picture. I'm not going to give him the recognition in death that he couldn't get in life. That would be disrespectful to his victims. After the shooting, California Senator Dianne Feinstein called once again for tougher gun control legislation. But this time, she was met with the sound of crickets. You'll remember after the tragedy in Newtown, Connecticut, there were calls for stricter gun control across the country. And there was a political price to pay. In Colorado, 2 state legislators who backed legislation to limit the amount of bullets in magazines lost in recall elections. And dozens of congressmen and senators faced tough re-elections in the midterm elections because of their support for gun control. And that's why you hear the crickets now. The truth is, the proposed gun control legislation would have done nothing to prevent the tragedies in Newtown or Washington. But that doesn't mean that nothing should be done. The killer in Washington showed a series of red flags before he snapped. He was kicked out of the Navy. His father says he had anger management issues. He had mental health problems. He was addicted to violent video games, and he had 3 incidents involving guns that the police had to be called to. There are many similarities between him and the shooters in Newtown and Aurora, Colorado. But everybody's afraid to act on these red flags because of lawsuits and privacy laws. We need a new law to catch these time bombs before they go off, and those who come forward to the police should be immune from lawsuits. We have to do something before this happens again. If we can't control the guns, let's do our best to control the people who use them.
A new study from the Pew Research Center figured out something pretty obvious. Americans love having the internet on their phone.
The study finds 63% of adults who own cell phones use them to hop on the web, and 34% of those people say that's the way they get online the most.
There's a lot of good things about always having the internet at your fingertips, but there's also some bad.
Because that easy access to the internet is causing some people to actually get addicted.
Say it ain't so. It looks like we might have to add internet addiction to the long list of already existing addictions.
It has tolerance, withdrawal, and dependency.
Bummer. As soon as we start to like something just a little too much, bam, addiction. The Bradford Regional Medical Center in Pennsylvania has opened the first program to treat patients.com. Withdrawal from internet may not be as dramatic as it is from heroin or crack, but the bottom line is that the 10-day voluntary treatment can hurt your wallet by as much as $14,000. Call it a great online business, if you will.
Men tend to seek cyber sex and cyber porn addiction. Women tend to seek relationships, intimacy through Facebook and things of that nature. Teenagers get into gaming.
There you go. There's an app for everyone.
What parents can do is monitor their children's use of the internet and make sure there are boundaries on that.
And what about the rest of us, Doc?
If it impacts your work, your social life, your marriage, your family life, there's a problem. You should address it.
Even though the American Psychiatric Association hasn't categorized this problem as a disease yet, everyone suspects it's next in line. You know, we only have one real life, folks, and no matter how much time we spend online, we can't download another one.
There's no way she can resist, so that's why they call her Grumpy Cat.
Tartar Sauce, the internet-famous kitty better known as Grumpy Cat, has graduated beyond meme status and is now a full-blown brand. The Frowny Kitty has over 1.3 million Facebook likes and over 111,000 followers on Twitter. Wow. All that has landed the cat an endorsement deal with Nestle Purina Pet Care. Terms were kept confidential. Grumpy Cat declined to comment.
Who wants a jetpack? The Wall Street Journal reports these things will hit the skies and streets in only 10 months. At least 10 have already been sold in America. You'll need about $150,000, but you could fly up to 7,000 feet up at 50 miles per hour for 30 minutes at a time. And if you're looking for me, I'll be at the jetpack store. Waiting in line.
Really? Because this sounds like a death wish, Oliver.
I'm fine on the ground. I'd never skydive. Why would you jump out of a plane? It terrifies me.
I need a jetpack to work so that I off to hit traffic. Just jetpack.
Yeah, traffic sucks.
Right now, we're going to get a check on what's happening where you live. But first, here's some of the other stuff we're working on for you this morning.
Get back here.
Jetpack! Are your kids getting the food they need in their lunch? We'll give you some ideas on how to make sure your kids' lunches are healthy. Plus, we go out to the street to get some answers.
Powerball is tonight. 400 million jackpot. Are you going to be playing? And if you win, what you going to spend that money on?
But first, let's get a check on what's happening where you live.
They don't care whether I think about them or don't think about them. Matter of fact, they'd probably be happy if I was thinking about them and get caught up in the emotion as opposed to thinking about them as a good football team.
Well, the pressure is mounting as the much anticipated homecoming of Andy Reid is just one day away, everybody. Good morning. I'm Jennifer Lewis Hall with a look at your need to know sports headlines. Now, over the course of 14 seasons, Andy Reid led the Birds to 5 NFC Championships games and earned the title of the winningest coach in Eagles history. But come tomorrow night, Coach Andy Reid will be sporting red in his first return to Philadelphia since taking over the helm in Kansas City. Now, yesterday at practice, some Eagles players downplayed his return, while others admitted he may have a slight edge.
I think it's an advantage as far as knowing our playing style. But we have a totally different offense, a totally different defense, so I don't think it's a big advantage.
He definitely has insight. He's drafted a lot of guys here. He's going over the draft boards, finding out weaknesses, but the best thing about that is that Coach Reid can't play.
Well, meanwhile, across Broad Street at Citizens Bank Park last night, Roy Halladay was making his case to stay in Philadelphia in what may have been his final home start as a Philly. The Doc pitches 6 innings, allowing just 1 run on 4 hits. Chase Utley with a huge night on the offense. Yet again, he goes 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs. Phillies win 6-4. Let's get a quick check right now on your Wednesday morning commute. Jason.
Hey, Jen, good morning once again. Problems continue in Newcastle, Delaware. Route 1 shut down northbound at 896. Overturned tractor trailer take the DuPont Highway to get around. And we're looking at 95 at Cottman Avenue, already southbound delay stretching back to this point, going all the way up to Girard. Schuylkill Expressway is next. Live look around the Blue Route 476. That's an eastbound delay to the right, taking you up to the Conchie Curve. More delays on 76 westbound from City Avenue out to Belmont Avenue. How about the Boulevard? Live look here. This is approaching Broad Street. We've got delays approaching Broad on down to Fox because of the ongoing construction just past Broad Street down to Fox with all sorts of lane blockages. Backing the traffic up. 30 bypass backs up eastbound 322 up to 340. I'm Jason Lee. For more details, download our free mobile app or tune in to Tango Traffic.
Good Wednesday morning, everybody. Good to be with you this morning. We are struggling to get out of the 40s, as you can see on our board. We even have some 30s. Imagine this as you head out the door with Toms River at 36. Certainly some frost advisories as well until 8 a.m. this morning in Mount Pocono and other areas. So noon, 67 degrees, 5 p.m., 70, sunny and clear. 8 p.m., we drop down into the 60s, clear and cool tonight. Phillies forecast, that's pretty much where we'll be. Temperatures in the 60s. You'll need a jacket out there as you see the Phillies take on the Marlins at 7:05. First pitch, 66th. 7th inning, 63 degrees, but we will see a warm-up underway with temperatures in the 80s and some rain by Friday.
The Big Bang Theory is moving. But don't worry, we'll do the heavy lifting.
Was it hard getting up the stairs? No.
No. The Big Bang Theory.
New time starting Monday on PHL 17.
Strike 3.
Meet your Chevy Equinox. Say hello to an EPA estimated 32 mpg highway.
Hello, Equinox.
Your phone is now synced to the Bluetooth.
Look, 2 hands.
I feel good knowing you got exactly what you wanted.
I feel good. You feel good. Is this a great day or what?
Visit ChevyDealer.com. Right now, qualified lessees with a current non-GM lease can get a 2013 Chevy Equinox LS for around $199 per month, or get $1,500 customer cash.
Wherever morning brings you, bring the energy you need. New Nature Valley Soft Baked Oatmeal Squares. Softly baked, made with hearty oatmeal and a drizzle of cinnamon. They're Nature Valley's brand new take on a morning classic. Because when you keep going, the morning can bring you to brand new places. Nature Valley, nature at its most delicious.
Bigger things come in small packages, and so do lower prices. Right now at Jeff D'Ambrosio in Destination Downingtown, the all-new 2014 Fiat 500L, starting at just $18,949. Or escape in a fuel-efficient 2013 Fiat 500C for just $99 a month. Remember, Jeff has over 1,500 cars and trucks on 35 acres with a goal of 100% credit approval.
Hi, I'm Jeff. I'll make you a deal you'll love. I guarantee.
Jeff D'Ambrosio's Destination Downingtown, or shop 24/7 at GoJeffAuto.com.
Mitsubishi Mania is going on now at Cherry Hill Mitsubishi on Route 70. We're about to break every sales record there is, and we're doing it by offering you these amazing deals on brand new Mitsubishis. Right now, qualified lessees can drive a 2014 Mitsubishi Outlander, Outlander Sport, or Lancer from just $149 a month. Your choice. See our huge inventory online at cherryhillmitsubishi.com. We're located on Route 70, just minutes from all bridges.
It's about that time to bring forth the rhythm and the rhyme. Time will get mine, so get
Can you believe it's been 22 years since Marky Mark's Good Vibrations came out? And now, at 42 years old, Mark Wahlberg is finally a high school graduate. Wahlberg originally dropped out in the 9th grade, but he finally got his diploma this summer after taking classes online for close to a year.
Apple releases their brand new mobile operating system today. iOS 7 has more than 200 new features. It will be available for anyone who owns the iPhone 4 or higher and the iPad 2 or higher. iOS 7 is expected to be available for download at 1 p.m. Eastern, and the new iPhones come out Friday.
Even more good news, you could become a multimillionaire tonight.
The jackpot in tonight's Powerball drawing is at its 4th highest all time. But before you run out the door and pick your numbers, here's something to think about.
I get sprayed, I get sprayed, I get sprayed,
Powerball is tonight. It's a $400 million jackpot. Will you be playing? And if you do play and you win, what are you going to spend that money on? Are you planning on playing?
Maybe. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yes, I'm going to play. Probably not, no.
Yes, I am.
No, I don't really get into it like that.
Let's play.
I need to. I need to.
I got a ticket in my pocket.
Is it the winning ticket?
That definitely could be.
No. $400 million. Well, I might play it then.
What would you do with $400 million?
I would save all the homeless animals. Spend lots of it.
Probably a trip to Japan.
Buy a house, buy a car. Probably a new car. If I get on my feet and I get a house, I get a car.
I'd probably pay off my parents' house.
I don't know, maybe pay the house.
Pay off the house.
A new car, a new place. Pay off some of my school loans that I'm racking up.
Okay. I would pay off my fines and fees, and then I would buy the farm out there by my dad.
I'd probably buy, a couple Bugattis. Yeah, like a
Oh, hold on, then your money's gone. Your money's gone. If you won $400 million, what would you gonna buy?
You?
Scholarship money, tuition, college tuition.
Everything. Me and my family will be good.
My mother at church.
I take a vacation, at least a week. Then I invest my money in a barbershop or a barber college.
I'm going to give some of it away.
Charity.
Uh-huh.
Well, I'd probably travel and give some to charity. Like me? Sure. $400 million, you gonna give me some?
I'll break it for a few million.
You gotta look out for your people. Okay, am I your people? Yeah, you're my people.
Surprisingly, a lot of people would be willing to share their money with their friends and family. Me, what would I do? Oh, I'd buy me more time on this network. I'd buy the network. You'll see me all day. Vita at night, Vita in the morning. Hey, Vita, tell us what you would do if you won that money by logging on to our Eye Opener Facebook page.
I would go on a giving spree, just give a lot out. It's 47 minutes past the hour. Good morning, I'm Narissa Knight, and time for a Need to Know update. The U.S. Census Bureau released its annual report of poverty, insurance, and earnings, and according to the new research, the average family 24 years ago made more money than the average family in 2011 if you adjust for inflation. A new study in JAMA Pediatrics says parents of a child with food allergies can expect to shell out $4,200 a year. Now, the study factors in the cost of medical bills, buying special food, and placing the child in schools or camps that accommodate their needs. The study estimates food allergies, which affect about 8% of U.S. kids, cost nearly $25 billion a year overall. The Labor Department is extending minimum wage and overtime protections to home care workers. The new rules will affect nearly 2 million people working in that field. The The changes will go into effect on January 1st, 2015. Hey, we are a month into the school year, and you may have already run out of the ideas for packing your child's lunch. Well, don't worry, we're here to help. It's a daily dilemma. Coming up, some snacking suggestions to keep your kids eating healthy and doing their best in school. And everyone knows dogs are a man's best friend, but a dog in South Carolina has developed an unlikely friendship. Coming up, see the new pair of friends that has a lot of folks talking. But first, let's turn and talk to some of our friends about what's going on where you are.
Well, thanks so much, Narissa, and good morning, everybody. Isn't that a beautiful look at St. Joe's with the light reflecting there and the sun rising? It is going to be a gorgeous day, but a cool day on tap for you today as you head out the door. So dress the kids at the bus stop fairly warm today because they're going to need it. So the hooded sweatshirt, certainly the jeans, the boots, and the whole 9 yards. Philadelphia at 49 degrees, as you can see here, but I want to expand this morning because Toms River is at 36 degrees, Wildwood at 45, so in and around the shore, you're seeing temperatures that are fairly cool as well. Allentown, Lancaster at 44. We've even seen frost advisories, folks, as you head out, so put the plants away. It's going to be those overnight temperatures that extend into the morning and feel quite chilly. Noon 66, 5 p.m. 70, clear, sunny, very, very nice out there. 8 p.m. 65. So if you like this kind of weather, this is perfect for you to get out there and exercise and enjoy it or have lunch outside. Certainly a little bit of a warm up underway. Phillies forecast is a cool one as well, but very nice. No rain in sight for today. A first pitch 66 degrees, 7th inning 63 degrees. A clear night out there, so a nice night to enjoy the Phillies take on the Marlins. 7-day forecast right here is where our warm up begins once again. Some rain though moving into the weekend. 80 degrees on Saturday, 78 on Sunday. Moving into Monday and Tuesday, we've got 75 degrees.
A book, indeed, sometimes debauched me from my work.
We're standing in the new Benjamin Franklin Museum in Independence National Historical Park. Benjamin Franklin was the man. Benjamin Franklin did so many things that some of us struggle to really understand just how much he contributed to our society, he contributed to our government, he helped create our country. And what this museum does is it breaks it down into chunks that anyone can understand. So we have a number of artifacts that were originally owned by Franklin or created by Franklin. One of the best, of course, is the glass harmonica. This is a musical instrument that Franklin created, the first American to create a musical instrument. Visitors can't touch it, it is behind glass, but we have a video people can engage with to play the harmonica themselves. We have a family Bible from the Franklin family. This Bible was owned by his daughter, Sarah. We have an electrical apparatus, one of the many inventions that Franklin gave us. The exhibits are interactive. There are hands-on objects to touch. There are video displays they can play with, games they can play with. So when you leave here, you will have a better understanding for Franklin as a person, who he was, what he did, why he did it, what we can learn from him, how we still today benefit from him.
Well, speaking of Ben Franklin, there's a beautiful view of the Ben Franklin Bridge as you head out the door. Rise and shine. We'll be back with more eye-openers straight ahead.
Screens, but no one seems to hear a thing. Do you know that there's still a chance for you? 'Cause there's a spark in you.
She's not your typical mom.
My friends hit on you.
They're a bunch of harmless old men.
You're my age.
And this is not your typical family.
Why don't you give Phil a haircut?
I do Jay, why can't I do you?
Can do me. But this can be your typical night.
You can move like that. Hold still.
Modern Family Nightly.
Premieres Monday on PHL 17. It's Dr. Phil versus Arsenio.
Phil, you got something that belonged to me.
Next, Arsenio. Tonight at 11, only on PHL 17.
There's more than one great reason to drive a Ford Explorer with the EcoBoost technology. Here's a few.
The Explorer has more power than the Durango.
Gas mileage is a big deal for us. Another great thing, Ford is America's favorite brand. Moving on.
I look like a hot mama in this Explorer. Sporty, safety, intuitive, space.
And the #1 reason, an offer you won't be able to keep to yourself. Now get up to $2,000 cash back on a new Explorer or lease for just $199 a month at your Quality Plus Ford store.
If everyone in your house likes to surf, stream, and download all at the same time, you're ready. Ready to shift your internet into overdrive without overpaying. You're ready for Xfinity from Comcast. For a limited time, you can get the best with Xfinity Internet and TV for $79.99 a month for 12 months. Call 1-877-804-8136. With Xfinity Internet, you get reliably fast internet speeds. Plus, with Xfinity On Demand, you can watch thousands of your favorite TV shows, movies, and more anytime, anywhere at no additional cost. Switch to the Xfinity Double Play for $79.99 a month for 12 months with HBO included for a year. Plus, get HD DVR service free for 12 months. There's no term contract required. Plus, it's all backed by the 30-day money-back Comcast customer guarantee. If you're looking for the fastest in-home Wi-Fi, faster than Fios, you're ready for Xfinity. Hurry, this incredible offer ends September 22nd. Call 1-877-804-8136. That's 1-877-804-8136. Xfinity, the future of awesome.
Over time, Rothman has earned the title Orthopedic Institute. We've studied the inner workings of bones and joints since 1970, innovating every step of the way, sharing our knowledge, training surgeons worldwide, and setting new orthopedic standards. What you get from our institute is more options and more answers. For your orthopedic care, think Rothman first.
An apple a day keeps the doctors away, which is bad, because what if you get sick? Don't eat apples.
It's such a
The talented people who cook the food at your school will be offering you all kinds of healthy, delicious new choices. Foods that are good for you and that taste good too.
Last year, Michelle Obama kicked off a program to introduce new, healthier meals at schools across the country.
But since it was put into place, the First Lady's program has actually received a lot of hate.
A newspaper in Kentucky says kids complain that the new health food smells like vomit.
So maybe brown bagging is the way to go for your kids.
But even if you're packing your kids' lunch, they can still be healthy.
School days are in full swing, and if you're a parent packing a meal for your kids, you know there are only so many peanut butter and jelly sandwiches you can make. Children, especially those in school, need a variety of foods to keep them sharp. But what kind are best?
Fruits, vegetables, and sources of calcium.
Nutritionists say also include items that can spike up a humdrum lunch. Kids like creativity even in their food.
One thing that you can do, you can cut the vegetables in some neat shapes. I've got a fabulous little tool that costs $2 in any kitchen shop, a little crinkle cutter, and it makes just eating vegetables more enticing.
And include these for midday and late day snacks.
Give them some dried foods. The mozzarella sticks are perfect. They've always been great. Just toss those in.
Webb says also have your children avoid sugar and white flour.
You don't want your child to rely on fast food or refined foods.
Because packing healthy ingredients will not only keep a student's body strong, but will help your little Einstein work to his or her fullest potential. And that's an A+ combination.
You got a friend.
And here's a little something from my old home in South Carolina. It's an odd couple from the animal kingdom. Bubbles, a 9,000-pound elephant, and Bella, the Labrador Retriever, hang out at the Myrtle Beach Safari like they're besties. Bubbles was brought into the safari in 1983, and Bella came by in 2007 after a contractor was hired to build Bubbles a swimming pool, and then the contractor just abandoned the puppy at the reserve.
Oh, man.
So now they're going to live happily ever after. The end. It's actually really cool. That is the Intercoastal Waterway, and they have the safari right down there on the beach, or on the waterway, and you can see the elephants.
That's awesome.
It's crazy. If you're new there, you're like, why is an elephant in the river? You don't know.
They're there every day.
But that's pretty cute.
Because they don't forget.
They are this, but it's
show
just
up.
proof everybody needs somebody, whoever it may be, to share your life with.
I love it. Happy Wednesday, everybody. You're watching Eye Opener. Jumped up.
Your home can be damaged in many ways. Many ways. But no matter how it's broken, you just want what you're entitled to. You need Ace Public Adjusters. Our experienced professionals will inspect your broken home for free. Then we'll make sure you get paid. Ace makes it simple. No recovery, no fee. Get your home back. Ace Public Adjusters.
I'm Alex Trebek. For over 10 years now, I've been representing the Colonial Penn Life Insurance Company. Hi, everyone. I thought it'd be interesting to hear from you what your customers say are some of the things they like best about Colonial Penn's whole life insurance. Who's going to start?
Well, it's guaranteed acceptance for people over age 50.
They don't have to take a physical or answer any health questions.
And it gives them peace of mind knowing that their family has some insurance to help cover funeral costs.
And other final expenses.
Great point, and that's something everybody needs to plan for, especially in this economy.
It costs just $9.95 a month per unit.
Yes, and that rate never goes up.
And their coverage never goes down because of their age.
They can get permanent insurance at a price that fits into their budget.
Do you want to help protect your loved ones from the burden of final expenses? If you're between 50 and 85, you should call Colonial Penn now. For just $9.95 a month per unit, you can get quality insurance that does not require any health questions or a medical exam. Your rate will never increase, and your coverage will never decrease. That's guaranteed.
Affordable.
Quality.
Peace of mind.
They're waiting to hear from you. So call now.
Call 1-800-428-9616 for free information and a free gift, or visit cpdirect.com. That's 1-800-428-9616. Call now. Colonial Penn is a proud sponsor of AARP Foundation's Housing Solutions Center.
Slip and fall injuries can be devastating. Remember this name, Lundy Law.
Got a Starbucks gift card? Get a free drink when you register your card at starbucks.com/card before September 22nd.
It's the best of both worlds. The #1 news in town, and you get to see it here first. Action News at 10 on PHL 17, tonight and every night.
Right now on Eye Opener, you're halfway to Friday. Did you think you'd make it this far?
No way.
Well, you did, and we've got plenty going on today to get you over the hump.
Let's follow this path and see where it leads us.
Yikes! We've been paying more than $3 a gallon of gas for 1,000 days.
Unbelievable.
We'll tell you why the next 1,000 days will be just as painful at the pump. And no wonder new parents are so tired. How much sleep they miss out on taking care of their new baby.
And I says, oh my God.
Plus, Googling which celeb will give you a computer virus.
I won't go there. That's not what I'm gonna do.
So let's get to your opening shots.
We want this to last.
The top 5 stories you'll be talking about all morning. Hey everybody, good Wednesday morning. Thanks so much for waking up with EO. I'm Sean Dowling.
And I'm Holly Morgan.
And I'm still Oliver Tall, and these are your opening shots.
Shot number 5. After Monday's shooting at the Washington Navy Yard, President Obama is asking people to put the pressure on Congress to pass tougher gun control laws. In an interview with Telemundo, the president says he brought the gun debate as far as he could after the shooting in Newtown, and now it's really up to Congress to take the next step. The president expressed his frustrations by saying, quote, "You have a majority of the American people and even a large percentage of Republicans who are ready to move the country forward, and yet we keep on getting blocked." Senators in favor of new gun control laws say they are several votes short of the amount they need in order to pass laws on tighter background checks.
Shot number 4, need some sleep. A study done by a UK mattress company finds parents lose out on more than 6 weeks of sleep in their first year of their child's life.